Alright, yo, what's up? My name is Petrowski, and today I'm going to be doing some EV training. I think this is a cool opportunity to me to kind of show off and teach about some competitive Pokemon, and there's certain strategies in niche play and certain, tiers and stuff. So all the Pokemon I'm going to be training today are going to be in the NU tier, which is really, really cool. A lot of these Pokemon aren't honestly the super best IV-wise, and they're just not the most powerful Pokemon. This is probably the best one. Like, it's missing, like, if it had 31 attack or 31 special attack, it'd be a lot better. Maybe some higher special defense. Like, none of these Pokemon are insane. 5 times 31 Pokemon. This Ralts, for example, is basically just 20 plus in a lot of areas. A lot of these Pokemon I'll be selling off later because of that. They're all, like, kind of mediocre beginner comps. This Geodude, for example, has Lonely Nature, 25 plus across, but then it's missing special defense, which is pretty important, so a lot of these Pokemon, not the best comps, but they're very cool Pokemon, and I want to explain why I'm making them, what their niche is, and they're kind of difficult to find, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, first things first, I want to cover this Tortuga, which evolves into Caracosta. Now, Caracosta I actually don't have in my decks, but it's a very cool Pokemon. I believe it has upwards of around like 124 base attack, and then it also has like a really decent base special attack base stat. And it's a really decent mixed Pokemon, and it's a mixed Pokemon that can also go Shell Smash, which is really, really huge. So this thing is going to be a mixed Shell Smashing threat, also with Aqua Jet to make up for its horrible speed. Tortuga has really incredible stats all around, really decent bulk. I believe it has around 100 plus in like every single stat except for speed. Its speed is around a 38, which is very, very low for a base stat. For reference, Slowbro's base stat speed is around 30 or 35. So it's up there as one of the slowest Pokemon in the game. Yeah, 30. So trying to Shell Smash to raise the speed on a Pokemon that's really slow is a little awkward, but at the same time, it's going to up his speed enough with +2 stage. It's going to make him a serious threat. It's a really cool Pokemon. The moveset should be something like Shell Smash, either Stone Edge, or I don't know if it can Ancient Power. Ancient Power would be kind of funny as a special move, but it'll be something like Shell Smash, Waterfall / Aqua Jet, both of those, Ancient Power / Stone Edge, and then some sort of coverage move. But for now, I think that's super cool. Maybe close combat. I don't know if I can learn close combat or something of the sort, but I'm really excited for it. It should be a really cool Pokemon. I'm at least excited to try it out in competitive. This is definitely, I'm going to be keeping this one. This one is pretty difficult to breed as well, obviously, because it's a fossil type Pokemon, but I'll be keeping this one for myself. Let's go ahead and move on to the other ones. This one I'll also be keeping for myself, surprisingly, even though it's not that great, but we'll see. I might not keep it. We'll see. This is meant to be a Glade. Glade's actually really annoying to breed because you actually have to breed it as a male Ralts, or it'll evolve into a Gardevoir if it's a female. So it has to be a male Ralts. Really, really important. Lonely Nature. Glade is sort of a really unique, I believe it's like Psychic Fighting type. It's like a Psychic Fighting type physical attacker, which you don't see super often, at least in lower tiers in NU. You don't see many Fighting type Pokemon in general in NU, which is a huge deal. But really, really nice base 125 attack, plus a 115 special defense for some extra bulk, which is super nice. HP and defense stat are pretty lacking, unfortunately, but the HP stat's not horrible and really helps the special defense stat. Speed being 80 is a little low. But it gets access to a pretty incredible priority move in Shadow Sneak, which is super huge. So you're able to Swords Dance up on this thing either once or twice, and then start Shadow Sneaking things down that you don't outspeed, and then Leaf Blade through things, and then obviously Zen Headbutt or another physical psychic move, and then like Close Combat or whatever fighting move. It might have access to Drain Punch, which would be super huge. If this thing could go like Drain Punch. I know it goes close combat, which would be huge on this thing. Also can go Aura Sphere, but it's not going to be able to be mixed at all. Yeah, really cool Pokemon, really interesting. I've been messed up. Yeah, it can go Drain Punch, which is actually huge. It can also EQ. I've been messed up by Glades in PvP, not going to lie. They can really do a lot of damage, especially if you underestimate Shadow Sneak damage coming from them. Even though it's not stab, Shadow Sneak is still going to do a ton of damage, and it's pretty shocking. Moving on to the Geodude. This one's pretty self-explanatory. All of these are going to get trained in 252 attack and 252 speed. This one's pretty interesting or self-explanatory, I guess. Golem right now is mostly used as a fast sacrifice lead with Sturdy and Custap Berry. So you'll kind of Stealth Rocks up, maybe get a Stone Edge or one attack off, do as much damage as possible and threaten them or put as much as possible, and then just explode on them, or keep him around and keep his Custap Berry proc for a Rapid Spin later in the game. So you really just go 252 attack, 252 speed on him, which is kind of unintuitive to me for Golem. I feel like a lot of people look at Golem and you think it's like more of like a bulky Pokemon. having that 130 defense. 80 HP is okay, but like, why would you train 2v2 speed on something that's 45 speed, right? But you actually do it because it actually is relevant and it actually comes up. You actually outspeed a certain amount of Pokemon at that speed tier with the speed investment. So I think it's pretty interesting. Golem's currently a pretty unintuitive Pokemon right now in NU, or at least the way you use it. It's pretty unintuitive in my opinion, but yeah, pretty decent Golem. I should be selling this one off to someone who's trying to get into the NU tier as a really nice beginner Golem. This one is Scyther, naive nature, giving it plus speed. Not bad, not horrible, not great, but it's a lot better on Scyther than it is on Scizor at least. I'm going to be selling this as a Scyther, but maybe someone will buy it to evolve it into a Scizor. I kind of doubt it. I won't be keeping this one. Once again, I'll be selling this one off. This will just be a really beginner Scyther comp. All of these Pokemon will be getting 252 speed, 252 attack, which is really easy, really important. So you guys get to see exactly where I train, how long I train, etc., etc. But yeah, Scyther is a pretty easy one. Physical attacker that goes Swords Dance. It can go Quick Attack. You can go Aerial Ace a lot of the time. Scyther doesn't have a huge move pool, which is probably its biggest deterrent. Scyther is already like a pretty powerful Pokemon, but it sucks that its main like best attack, like physical attacks, are probably like, I guess you could do acrobatics, like acrobatics and X-Scissor and like Night Slash. It's really missing out on like really solid moves. If it had really solid moves, it would be a pretty incredibly powerful Pokemon. But it's definitely gotten better over the years. I know Scyther was like one of the most infamous Pokemon in Gen 1 for just having like no moves. So anyways, that's all of the Pokemon I wanted to cover. I'm going to go ahead and start EV training here in attack. So I'm training at Bouffalont, one of my favorite attack training spots because I love Bouffalont. I would love a shiny Bouffalont if possible. I'm also EV training because I'm kind of raising up my encounters now that I've gotten a shiny Golett like yesterday, which is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do all these 2v2 attack EVs, and I will see you guys once we're ready for speed EVs, and we'll talk a little bit more here and there about the Pokemon. Alright, up to 542 encounters after fully EV training all of these guys in 252 attack. Now it's time to move on to speed, and I'll see you guys after I'm done. Pretty simple stuff, but everything's moving along nicely. The Ralts evolved into Curlia, the Geodude evolved into Graveler. Graveler might be my favorite out of the 3 evolutions. Out of Geodude, Graveler, and Golem, what are your guys' favorites? I actually think I prefer Graveler, especially like the shiny versions. I think that's a really interesting question to ask people. I feel like that shows a lot about your personality. Do you prefer Geodude, Graveler, or Golem? Let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to keep EV training these guys. I should be able to get them 252 speed pretty easily, and I'll get back to you guys in a split sec. Alright, this should be the last horde that I just KO'd. It should be putting my Pokemon at 2v2 speed. Yes, there we go. So I do actually want to go do an HP horde really quick just to get them all 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed, and then the 6 leftover EVs in HP. Yeah, should be pretty interesting, should be pretty cool Pokemon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video to at least a decent extent. I know these videos may not be the most exciting thing in the world, but I think they're pretty cool. I think it's a cool way to show off kind of builds and why I EV train certain things, what ways and how people, use certain Pokemon in competitive. It also slightly shows off EV training spots, I guess. I think there's enough information in this kind of playstyle to warrant a video. It also shows my kind of daily play, all my setups, like me using like my discharge Pokemon with a Sweet Scent Pokemon plus 4 XP share Pokemon, kind of showing like all that information. There's a ton of little stuff here and there, and I think it's useful and I think it's informative to go ahead and pick it up, and I think it's worth showing off. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead and get these HP EVs on these guys and finish up this videos. If you guys liked this video, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribing for future PokeMMO content and just Pokemon content in general. I upload Pokemon and PokeMMO videos every single day. Check out all the playlist links below for more PokeMMO content. Consider joining my Discord, which is now over 1,000 members, super active, really cool community. Lucky to have all you guys. And then finally, consider becoming a YouTube member to me for $5 a month. If you want to go above and beyond and support me, it means a lot. And a huge shout out to all my current YouTube members. You guys mean the world to me. So thank you all so much. Hopefully I'll see you guys in future videos. Peace and love from Petrowski.